a 6'1" guard from Florida, number 55, Jason Williams.
Jason Williams! Oh, boy! Williams has eyes in the back of his head. Oh, my goodness, that was finish. Pistol Pete Maravich in the form of Jason Williams. Simply a genius with the basketball. That's an assist.
Jason Williams threw a pass so unbelievable his own teammate thought it was a mistake. Chris Webber, an NBA All-Star, actually apologized for not catching it. That's how insane Jason's passes were. But this wasn't just a one-time thing. Jason made a career out of passes that defied logic, leaving fans, defenders, and even his teammates in disbelief. How did he do it? And what was the pass that changed everything? Let's find out more on Court Grind. The high school phenom who couldn't pass normal. Picture this: a high school gym in West Virginia, late at night. The lights are dim, but there's this skinny kid still on the court doing things with a basketball you've never seen before. That kid, Jason Williams, and he's about to change the game of basketball forever.
I've never seen anybody with handles like this.
Jason Williams, 3-on-1. Jason, wrap around, off his hip, goes to the glass and scores against Detlef Schrempf. Oh my goodness!
Right to Jason Williams. Williams crosses over.
What a move!
Jason Williams wasn't your typical high school star. Far from it. He lived basketball. With his own key to the gym, he spent countless hours perfecting a style no one had ever seen. But here's the wild part: Jason couldn't throw a normal pass to save his life. Everything was behind the back, no look, or some ridiculous spin move straight out of a video game. You know what's crazy? His coach tried to get him to play normal. Can you imagine that conversation? Jason, just throw a regular chest pass. But for Jason, that was like asking a fish to climb a tree. It just wasn't in his DNA.
So I could just put my hand up like that and the ball will be right there. He knew where, you know what? Every time.
Jason Williams. Williams crosses over, loses here, and a play. Arcs a high one off the window, up and in.
What a move by Jason Williams!
Now you'd think a kid who couldn't make a normal pass would be riding the bench, right? Wrong. Jason's team was actually competing for a national title with a point guard who passed like he was in a circus act. That's like having a quarterback who only throws backwards, or a golfer who puts with their eyes closed. Now picture this: you're Jason's teammate sprinting down the court for an easy bucket. Out of nowhere, the ball rockets at you from an impossible angle. Catching it? That's like grabbing a boomerang while riding a unicycle. Jason's teammates had to learn to expect the unexpected. If they weren't ready, they'd get hit in the face with the ball. Talk about keeping you on your toes. But it worked. Jason's wild style was confusing defenses and creating open shots left and right. It was like he had eyes in the back of his head. Defenders didn't know whether to guard the player or the space around them. Jason was playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers. During one crucial game for the AAA National High School Championship, Jason went full Jason Williams mode. He was throwing insane behind-the-back dimes and executing full-court passes that left everyone's jaws on the floor. But he wasn't just a one-trick pony. Jason dropped 26 points in that game, proving he could score as well as he could pass.
Oh, look at the ball! Jason Williams! Oh, boy!
He can stop on a dime and give you 9 cents change, that guy.
All the great passers, they know where the trailer is.
You know, he showed that ball behind the back, and then with the other hand, popped it off his elbow. Look at that. He's got a bag of tricks, doesn't he?
By the end of high school, Jason wasn't just a local legend. He was getting attention from college scouts who'd never seen anything like him. These scouts were used to seeing polished players who fit the mold. But Jason, he broke the mold, set it on fire, and danced around the ashes. You know what's even crazier? All of this started because Jason lived on campus and had access to the gym whenever he wanted. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. He turned that gym into his laboratory, experimenting with passes that defied physics and logic. Jason's dedication was off the charts. While other kids were out partying or playing video games, he was in that gym, perfecting his craft. Hours upon hours of practice, often alone, just him and the ball. That's the kind of commitment that turns good players into legends. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. Jason's unique style caused plenty of headaches for his coaches and teammates. They had to adapt to his unpredictable passing, which wasn't always easy. There were probably plenty of times when they wished he'd just make a simple bounce pass. pass. But that wasn't Jason's style. He was always pushing the boundaries, always looking for that spectacular play. College chaos, the pass that almost ended it all. You won't believe what happened when Jason Williams hit college. Remember how wild he was in high school? Well, he turned it up to 11 in college. It's like he couldn't help himself. His first college game, and this guy's out there throwing passes between his legs, behind his back, off the backboard. The crowd's going absolutely nuts. But his coach? Let's just say he's not exactly thrilled. Imagine this. You're the coach, and you've got this insanely talented player who just can't seem to make a simple pass. You're on the sideline, losing your mind, screaming at Jason to just make a normal pass. But Jason tries, he really does. But every time he goes for a chest pass, it's like his arms have a mind of their own. They're doing spins and twirls, and who knows what else. Now, let's talk about this one game that almost ended it all for Jason. He's out there showing off as usual, and he throws this absolutely insane behind the back pass. Sounds cool, right? Wrong. The ball goes sailing into the stands, and the coach has had enough. He benches Jason right there on the spot, tells him he's done for the night. Can you imagine? Jason's probably thinking his college career is over before it even starts. But you know what's crazier? The team starts losing without Jason on the floor. They can't create any open shots. The offense is stalling. The coach is in a tough spot. He's got this wild card of a player who's a liability, but also maybe their only shot at winning. So what does he do? He puts Jason back in, wild passes and all, and guess what? They start winning. Jason's crazy passes are breaking down defenses like nothing else. It's like the chaos he creates on the court is actually working in their favor. The other team doesn't know how to defend against someone who might throw a pass from behind his head at any moment.
Another chance for Sacramento. Behind the back pass to Stevens, and it's a block by Mutombo.
Now you talk about the pistol. That made me think of the pistol as much as anything.
You might be thinking, okay, but surely Jason calmed down a bit after that, right? Nope. During the 1997 to 1998 season at Florida, Jason was averaging 17.1 points, 6.7 assists, and 2.7 steals per game. That's insane. NBA scouts were starting to take notice. This kid who couldn't make a normal pass was turning heads at the highest level. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. Jason was struggling off the court. He was having a hard time with his classes, often showing up late or not at all. It's like he couldn't quite figure out how to balance being a basketball sensation with being a regular college student. His coach, Billy Donovan, saw something special in Jason though. He knew this kid had talent, even if it came in an unconventional package. So what did he do? He got creative. Donovan had Jason perform ball handling and passing drills with weights on his wrists. Can you imagine trying to do those crazy passes with weights on? It's like training to be a basketball magician. Despite all his talent, Jason ended up getting expelled from Florida. Yeah, you heard that right, expelled. He had some issues, including smoking marijuana. It looked like his basketball dream might be over. But then, in a twist that you couldn't write in a movie, Jason got a second chance. He signed with Nick Anderson's agent, and suddenly the door to the NBA was open. This kid from West Virginia, who couldn't make a normal pass to save his life, who almost got kicked off his college team, was heading to the big leagues. NBA stardom, white chocolate takes over. So Jason Williams makes it to the NBA, and everyone's wondering if his crazy style is gonna work against the best players in the world. I mean, these are pros we're talking about. They've seen it all, or have they? Because in his very first NBA game, Jason does something that has everyone's jaws on the floor. He drops 21 points, dishes out 3 assists, and grabs 5 steals. But that's not even the craziest part. It's how he's doing it that's blowing people's minds. Imagine this. Jason's on the court, and he's not just passing the ball. He's throwing it behind his back, between his legs, and get this, he even bounces it off his elbow for an alley-oop. The crowd goes absolutely nuts. They've never seen anything like it before. And you know what? His coach, Rick Adelman, he's not even mad about it. In fact, he tells Jason, if you come down and throw a behind the back pass and it goes out of bounds, don't worry about it. Next time, try it with your left hand. Can you believe that? A coach actually encouraging this wild style of play, but it's working. Jason's not just playing, he's putting on a show. People start calling him white chocolate because of his flashy style. And let me tell you, fans are eating it up. His jersey becomes the best selling in the league. Everyone wants to see what crazy pass he'll throw next. Now, you might think all this flashy play is just for show, but Jason's actually making a real impact. In his rookie season, he's averaging 12.8 points, 6 assists, and 1.9 steals per game. That's not just good, that's Rookie of the Year material right there. But not everyone was a fan. Old school players, they called it disrespectful. Coaches, they wanted him to tone it down, but Jason, he didn't care. He just kept winning.
Williams. And then smiles to the crowd.
There's this one game against the Utah Jazz in the playoffs. Jason pulls off this no-look pass to Corliss Williamson for an easy layup. People are calling it one of the greatest passes of his young career. And remember, this is the playoffs we're talking about. The pressure's on and Jason's out there playing like it's a playground game. But the craziest moment, it's in a game against the Lakers. Jason throws this no-look behind the back pass that somehow threads between 3 defenders. It's like he's got eyes in the back of his head or something. Even Kobe Bryant, one of the best players ever, can't believe what he's seeing. After the game, Kobe says, "I've never seen anything like that." And that's the thing about Jason Williams. He's not just playing basketball, he's reinventing it. Every time he steps on the court, fans are on the edge of their seats, wondering what he'll do next. Will he throw a pass off his elbow? Will he bounce it between a defender's legs? With Jason, anything's possible. You know, there's this saying in basketball, you can't teach that. And that's Jason Williams in a nutshell. His style, his creativity, his sheer audacity on the court. It's not something you can learn from a coach or practice in drills. It's pure instinct, pure talent, and pure entertainment.
Takes it the other way for Sacramento. With Williams and the ball, you never know where the adventure's going to be.
Underhand flip to Williams. He's going to use his speed by Porter. Loops it up and home. Jason Williams, a wonderful one-on-one move.
Let's talk about how Jason Williams changed the game forever. You know what's crazy? His flashy passing style didn't just make fans go wild. It inspired a whole new generation of ballers. Imagine this. Kids all over the country trying to pull off no-look passes and behind-the-back assists in their driveways. That's the kind of impact White Chocolate had. But Jason didn't just change how people played, he changed how people thought about the game. He showed that being different, being yourself, could lead to incredible things. You won't believe how many young players started embracing their own creativity because of him. So next time you're watching a game and see some wild, out-of-this-world pass, remember where it all started. A kid from West Virginia who just refused to pass normal. Jason Williams proved that sometimes breaking the rules is exactly what you need to succeed. And that's not just game-changing. That's life-changing.